Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. I'm Sibylla and today I'm going to tell you we've got it all backwards and why you should go against your intuition. Now, I'm usually the one who will tell you to trust your intuition. Do what feels right, your intuition won't lead you wrong. And all these things are actually still correct, but there are actual situations where it's counterproductive to go with what feels right at that moment. There's a basic principle of life that could be summarized in this well-known saying, leap and the net will appear, or leap before the net is there, take the step. You could call that the backwards principle. You kind of start before you know that it's going to be safe. Your mission today is to learn how to stop waiting to prioritize your passion, invest money, and do all sorts of things that you would like to do. Task number 1 is called the backwards principle. Full disclosure, this isn't actually a thing. I just made up the term. But I think it's quite fitting. And I'm going to explain to you what it means by giving you an example that will make it immediately completely clear what I mean by this principle. Now, imagine you would like to get fit and get in shape. Imagine you're not in good shape at all and you would like to get in shape. Would you then say, okay, I'll wait until I'm fit again and then I'll go and do exercise? Obviously, that's not how it works. You're going to have to start before you feel the fitness. You're going to have to train your muscles and practice your endurance and practice your technique in order to get to a certain level of fitness. And obviously it gets easier once you have that basic level, then you can improve. It's much easier to improve, but you're going to have to start before you feel it. You're going to have to start before you have any level of fitness in order to get any level of fitness. That makes complete sense, and you do that because you trust that it's going to happen. I'm here to tell you that this same principle goes for everything in life. Task number 2 is called trust first. I'll give you a few examples of where it can really pay off to act before you feel it and before it feels right. Money investment. Money gurus have taught us since forever that you need to start investing while you're still broke, while you're still paying off your debts. Tiny amounts will be enough. A tenner a month, €1 or $1 a month. This is not about becoming rich already with the €1 a month. This is about creating the habit and creating patterns, healthy money management patterns that will then carry you into wealth eventually. And also, compound interest is a thing. I mean, if it's €1 a month, it won't amount to much. But if you start now versus if you start saving even a little now versus in a year or in 5 years' time, by the end of 20 years, that'll make a huge difference in terms of compound interest. There are calculations of these things online. Just Google it. You'll be surprised how much of a difference it makes. The second area that I, obviously because it's me, will mention is time to prioritize your passion, to actually put front and center what lights you up. Stop believing your own stories. Stop putting it off. The time will never be right. The circumstances will never be ideal. It's just as busy as you are. Even if you're more busy, it's almost better to start now, to start immediately. If you're studying for an exam or something, doing something that you say keeps you from prioritizing your passion, this is when you need to make this a priority, because that will create space in your life. Something miraculous happens and space opens up in your life, but you have to take that first step. And thirdly, I would say any endeavor really. Start a new business, learn a new language, whatever it is that you've been meaning to do. Again, the time and the circumstances will never be right, so start it at the worst time, in the middle of a pandemic. Start it now. And because there is a strange mechanism that anyone who has done this will tell you about. And that is it's almost like the universe starts to move the moment you make that decision and take the first steps. Suddenly things fall into place, almost magically. And by the way, this is something that always works. I see this all the time in my job, in my coaching. So it's just not just an idealistic principle. This is actually a very basic, fundamental principle of how life works. Try it out and see what happens. That brings me to task number 3, which is let me know. Hit the reply button on the email that you got the link to the video with and tell me what you take away from this video. Have you ever done this leap before the net appears, and what happened to you? Or is there something you're on the fence about, or that you're holding off about? And maybe, yeah, let me know. I would love to know, and I will reply to every email, I promise. If you didn't get the link to the video in an email, that means you're not part of the Wild Spirits community yet, and you should join us. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in that little form there. You'll get 1 email per week. It's really 100% spam free. You'll get extra articles and information, recommendations of books and of other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.